Now, this was a small trial I went to following the family secrets trial, but yet an interesting case. This was the USA versus U.S. Marshal John Ambrose. He was charged with one count of perjury and also feeding information to the government's main witness, Nick Calabrese. They referred to him as a babysitter. He was one of the agents assigned to Nick's detail, and he escorted Nick 2 times to Chicago, looking at several murder scenes. Now here's ex-U.S. Marshal John Ambrose, aka the babysitter, that Jimmy and Mikey Marcello used to refer to when they talked in code at Milan, Michigan. He was the son of the late Chicago cop Thomas Ambrose, who was one of the cops convicted for police bribery back in the famous Marquette 10 case. Now, this is a screenshot of a video that they played at the family secrets trial of Mickey Marcello visiting his brother Jimmy Marcello in Milan Federal Prison. They were talking in code, using words like Palaschke when they would refer to Joey the Clown. They would refer to the Shavagos when they referred to the Splatros. And here they were talking about the babysitter who was guarding Nick Calabrese at the time. And they were talking about how they can get to Nick so he would not testify. Here's another screenshot of the video they played throughout the family secrets trial of Mickey Marcello visiting his brother Jimmy Marcello. They were talking in code. I remember how heavy he was in the first videos. And then when he testified in the John Ambrose trial, he took the stand in an orange jumpsuit. And I was shocked at all the weight he lost being locked up. He was very loyal to his brother. And they talk in code throughout the prison tapes. Now here's Nick Calabrese, made member of the Chicago outfit, part of the infamous Chinatown crew. He was, I think, the only made member, or one of the only made members of the Chicago outfit to flip. He gave damaging testimony in the family secrets trial, was definitely the government's star witness, and he had put away all the top brass in the Chicago outfit. Now here's disgraced U.S. Marshal John Ambrose. This photo was taken in the lobby of the Dirksen Federal Building, where the media circus is. Normally, I don't like to be in the court when the verdict is read. It's just a little too much at stake. But at the end, he was found guilty, sentenced to 4 years prison, 3 years probation. Now here's a very well-known U.S. attorney in Illinois, in Chicago, Patrick Fitzgerald. You don't really hear too much about this guy anymore, but back in the day, he was very instrumental in prosecuting the vast majority of the federal trials and also several of the Chicago outfit members. Here's FBI Director Robert Grant. This guy had one hell of a career. He was the main guy at the Chicago division of the FBI and was very instrumental in prosecuting several Chicago outfit heavyweights as well as high-ranking gang members in the city of Chicago. Here's your Honorable Federal Judge John Grady. This guy was somewhat of a legend at the Dirksen Federal Building. And back in the day, he was the first judge to allow jurors to take notes. That was unheard of back then. He presided over many top federal trials. And he was also the judge at the John Ambrose trial. He was very lenient towards John Ambrose and eventually agreed with the jury and found him guilty.